evening, Sunday evening, so I just thought I'd check in with everybody and let you know what's been going on. Well, where do I begin? There is so much going on. But I would like to focus a wee bit on radical feminism. And I would also like to focus a wee bit on the fact that I'm a man and I'm a radical feminist. And you know, for me to say this publicly, I get so much slack. I get slack from liberals, I get slack from feminists, and I'm just, you know, we need to draw a line under it. The fact of the matter is, historically, what we define as radical feminism, or being able to talk about these systems of oppression that operate within the patriarchal dominant culture. Historically, these systems of oppression have oppressed women, and men have benefited from them. You know, men have benefited from that directly through the violent colonialist, imperialist acts. You know, we've managed to get our cake and eat it. But the reality is now, where we are, is that because of stuff like the anti-porn movement, men are able to understand more and are able to speak out. And the reality is, if we don't have men speaking out about this, what do we have? We have nothing. And the reality is, we can't have this subconscious latent fear. I'm not going to, you know, I'm a man, I'm saying I'm a radical feminist. I'm not saying that because of that, I think that I have right to all spaces, all feminist spaces, or, you know, that I need to be accepted wholeheartedly by everybody. I understand that that's not the case, and, you know, I would never expect to be let into certain spaces, never. But that doesn't negate the importance of men and women working together on this issue. And the bottom line is, we need men and women to work together on this issue because we need to build healthy human communities. And we can, you know, you can talk about homosexual love all you want, or, you know, gay relationships all you want, but we don't procreate the race with homosexual relationships. And yes, the world is overpopulated. You know, with, I don't know, 7.5 billion and growing. The world is overpopulated, so we definitely need to be taking drastic measures to the numbers of children that we're individually and collectively having. But we still need to be having children, and we still need to be able to develop healthy ways for men and women to raise children together and to be able to start growing healthy communities. And the only way to do that is to have men involved in the conversation. And I'm sorry if you disagree with that, but that's kind of how it is. And people are moving towards agreeing with what I say, and people relate to it. I know of feminist women that are desperately want to work with men, but they can't. Because there's so much negativity, just blatant out the, and it's understandable and acceptable, and we have to deal with that. But the fact is, you can't just stop it wholeheartedly. And I'm a radical feminist. I'm a man, and I came to my realization of radical feminism really. But I've always loved art and literature that sort of kind of spoke about the systems of oppression. I love psychology. I love thinking about myself and the things that actually make us tick and motivate us. And so I've always thought about these systems of oppression, and it's only the underlying systems that influence our life. And it's only when I got in really deeply into radical feminism that I understood that that's what it meant and why it resonated so deeply for me. But I also joined an organisation that said they're a radical feminist organisation, which is absolutely laughable, because there's absolutely no support in place for men going through their own decolonisation process. And in fact, from my experience, men who are going through their decolonisation process are shunned. So That's what I'd like to say about that. And there's lots more I would actually like to say about just generally what the state of the world and why we can't be, you know, just sort of beating around the bush anymore and just sort of like just avoiding the conversation and avoiding action, and imagining that we need to just somehow just sort of like tiptoe around and not offend people. People are fucking dying right now. People are fucking dying, and people are continuing to die, and they will continue to die until we fucking do something about it. You know, that retard Trump just totally elevated the theatre of war within the Middle East and what we're dealing with, you know, and, you know, dropping that £20,000 mother of all bombs. These, do you think for one fucking second that you're going to be able to have an intelligent conversation with this man, and you're going to be able to rationalise with him, or rationalise with anybody that he is associated with, or rationalise with anybody that's in his fucking cabinet? You know, man, sort it out, really, really. And if you get offended by these things, you're in the wrong place, really, as well, because, okay, this is social media activism, but social media activism is where it's at. Social media gave us Donald Trump. Social media gave us Barack Obama. And, you know, social media is giving you this form of activism the way that I am stating it right now. So what you can do if you're watching this video, it's very simple, is you turn off the video and you stand up and you do something about it. Really, 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 really fucking simple. You start talking to people in your community, you start talking to people online, you start motivating support. It's not just about sharing you know, just regurgitating articles. We can all do that. I do it all the time and I don't even really think about it and then get criticised for it. So don't, you know, do something else. Start creating a group in your local area. You know, I'm pretty sure if you were to look outside your window, you'd be able to find some form of sexual exploitation or prostitution or trafficking or some form of the patriarchal racism. Man, we're all dealing with that, eh? Every day of the week. You know, you could actually be doing something if you really wanted to. It's really simple. I'm not going to say that you're going to change the world overnight. You're not. You're going to grow old and you're going to die and you're going to fail, essentially. But you could actually maybe start to do something that might actually build healthy human communities if we actually get an opportunity to do that. So, end of.